City boy with a country swing. First we went from the court to the bikes, back to the course of my younger days. Lived through it all, but still nothing changed. Forever be me till I'm in the grave. Face on my problems, don't run away. Stand on my feelings, don't need a chase. Just shoot me straight. I'm like an acrobat, a circus act, like they got me in a cage. I could go tit for tat, the gift the gab, but can't give it to the hate. I'ma just tip my cap and dip right back to my little happy place. Back on the 9 to 5 again. Steady just working for Saturday. I've been going through the motions, trying to find my way. Never notice if you notice, so I smile and wave.
What's up, Ampez? This is Uncle Richie for Frantic TV. I was just at Powerful Lithium this past Friday, looking to upgrade my Suron, and Mr. E and I were joking around. I found, waking up to my phone, a few people DMing me on IG about what's going on with you and Mr. E and this and that. I walked in there, I saw Mr. E there, and I said, yo, I got a problem with you. But it was a joke. It was a joke. Then Mr. E asked me to do it again for his reel. So I did it again for his reel. That was it. It was just a joke. It wasn't real. All right? So there's no problem with me and Mr. E or anybody else in New York City for that matter. All right, moving on. I'm excited for the season. I was very excited of attending the ride with Last Mile for Saturday and the other thing going on Sunday, and bummer. Both days rained out, so that was a bummer. I had went to Powerful Lithium because I saw Mr. E's video on the new battery, the R-Spec, and the QS01 motor, racing motor, and I fell in love with it. I said, damn, I would like that on my Suron. So I started selling parts off my Surons, selling RCs to come up with the money. And shout out to Mr. V at Powerful Lithium. He gave me a big break. I much appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. So in a week or so, I'll be getting my stuff and moving on. I'm planning my first ride in Maryland. Only because it's one of my favorite rides. So I decided to start my season opener in Maryland. I always said it from the beginning. My crew is going to be based on out-of-state rides, but I'm not leaving New York behind. New York is it's where I live at. It's my hometown. I love the people in New York. I love the riders in New York. And you're going to see me in New York. You're going to see me in New York. And I'm going to participate in all the rides that New York has. And maybe somewhere in between, I'll put in the Majestic Riders in New York. I met these two individuals. I should have filmed this, but it was pouring rain yesterday. I met this guy contacted me on Facebook Marketplace because I had the battery, the controller and stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace. And he said he was interested. And he was giving me the full price that I was asking. And his name is Chad. He came with his friend Mike in a nice Ford Raptor, by the way. I'm a little upset with myself because I should have been filming this for my show and I didn't. It was raining, so Chad, I call them two white boys because they were so innocent. He comes and gives me the money just like that, and like, oh, let's look at the product first, But they drove 5 hours from New Hampshire to meet me to get the battery. So I was a little bored. I was a little down at home because it was raining. I couldn't attend the ride. I was excited to go see the guys for the first time this season, and it didn't happen. So I called the guy up. I said, listen, what I do something. I'll meet you halfway. Not really halfway, but I'll meet you in Connecticut. So this is Cracker Barrel restaurant that I love going to. Every time I go to Spark Cycle Works, I always stop there to eat breakfast. So I gave him the GPS link to meet me at Cracker Barrel. So that shaved off 2 hours of driving for them, coming from New Hampshire. He goes, oh my God, you really do that? I go, yeah, I have no problem with that. I'm not doing anything right now. I'll use the drive. I could use the drive. And he said, bet. Fine. So we made it happen. I got to Cracker Barrel before him. He was like a half an hour out. We met. At first, I wanted to stake. I was honest with him. I wanted to stake out who was coming. So I positioned my truck in front of the camera of the restaurant to make sure that when he arrives, the camera's going to catch his license plate, the vehicle he's driving, and all that. And I was honest. I told him. I said, that's the reason I chose that place, and that's the reason I was parked the way I was parked. And we laughed about it afterwards because they were talking about the same thing. Oh, shit, this guy from the Bronx, he's going to kill us. He's going to rip us off. The first thing I told him to do was, I said, do me a favor, call your wives and let them know that you're okay. You know, that you're not getting killed or anything and you're not getting ripped off. And they did. They called their wives and, you know, they had no street smarts. They're like, these guys were like so gullible. But very nice guys. So the first thing he does is take out the money and give it to me. He goes, no, go see the product. We go to my truck. It's pouring. We're all getting drenched. And show him the battery. Now, his friend Mike, the guy's an electric engineer for the post office. He looked at the battery. He said everything that the battery was about. Like, I didn't have to say anything. He knew what it was. It was a long-range battery, blah, blah, blah. 60, 50 amp hour. And the guy was blown away. Gave me the money. Here you go. Let me get the battery. My friend Mike saw your battery on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, jump on that. You know, you don't got the money. I'll give you the money. I'll lend you the money. You know, that's a steal. You know, so, and that's why he showed up yesterday. So, nice story. I should have filmed all this. I'm a little bummed out because I didn't, you know. But what matters to me is that I experienced it for myself. But I'm saying the story now. So now they follow Frantic TV. They follow some other influencers. And they're new to the game. Well, Mike isn't. He builds his own bombers. But Chad, the gentleman that built my battery, he's new to the game. So I said, yeah, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and you'll be in the know-how of what's happening, current affairs, right? So he said yes. He just texted me a little while ago saying thank you for everything. And at the end of the day, after we did the exchange and everything, I said, let me treat you to dinner. So, of course, I went to Longhorn. That's my place. And I treated them to dinner. You know, they came all 5 hours away, you know, and I said, you know, let me show you that New Yorkers are not all bad, you know. So they laughed about it. We had dinner, and then we said our goodbyes because they had a 5-hour trek ride back to New Hampshire, and it was pouring. It was ugly yesterday. It was pouring rain and wind, and so we actually had to run out of the restaurant to our trucks and get in, you know, without getting soaked, and that was that. So I made 2 new friends in New Hampshire, and I made them honorary Majestic Riders, and I gave them shirts, I gave them some decals. They were blown away. They go, wow, you know, and I go, just a shirt and a sticker, no big deal. But to them, it was a big deal. So thank you, Chad, and thank you, Mike, for making my day, for making my part of my dream come true. I really never had a real powerhouse bike. I mean, the Bandit was 72 volts, yeah, whatever. But and I got the Onyx for 72 volts also. But I never did a build where I, you know, to do a big battery, awesome motor and controller, and I said, fuck it. Let me sell some stuff. You know, I'm a little heartbroken because I got rid of some high-end RC cars that I've owned for a long time, and I did what I had to do to come up with the money. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited of 2025, new season, and I just want to get back to riding my bike with people I know, with friends in New York, in Maryland, in Connecticut, wherever I'm at. I'm excited. I want to ride. I want to have a good time. I want to break bread. I want to trade mods, whatever. What we used to do before, you know. Is this overkill on my part, doing that stuff to my Sauron? Yes. Because anybody that knows me, I really don't ride that fast. But I want it. You know, I'm going to turn 62 years old in 2 more weeks and work all my life, bust my ass, and I want it. We're not promised tomorrow, and I want it. Another shout out to Davey Wavy that I know as a Braveheart. The guy has a big heart. I saw your little clip where you went into a bike and you fell. I hope you didn't get hurt that bad, and I hope you're doing well and recovering. Anything I could do for you, whatever, just, you know my number, reach out to me. And because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Being there for the community, being there for each other, and I'm not going to stop being me. That's what I do. So I know I'm repeating myself. I'm excited. I want a drama-free season, good vibes all around, and let's just hook up. Let's ride. Let's eat, trade mods, whatever, and have a good day, right? And that's it, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. And if you know, hopefully you're home because it's raining outside and it's cold. And if you're not, make sure you wear the right gear if you're riding in the rain. And that's it. So with that being said, keep it between the ditches, wear your helmets, and leave no one behind. This is Uncle Richie for Frantic TV. Later, bitches. Peace.